It was just after this Syrian child had been carried into an ambulance in Aleppo yesterday that another bomb fell. You can see how terrifying this is, and you can hear it in the voice of the man filming the emergency workers. This a self-recorded soundtrack of fear. The bombs don't discriminate, and the fighting for Aleppo is now so intense that the Turks say up to 30,000 Syrian refugees are now camped out along their border. From the Turkish side, we can't see any of them. What we can see are tents and aid going across and ambulances coming out. Turkish hospitality appears to have reached its limit, though the cross-border trade in coffins could become even busier. Well, the Turks are certainly letting these aid trucks into Syria. They're just not letting the Syrian refugees come out. The Turks say they are full to capacity, that they're trying to prevent an even bigger refugee exodus. But there may be another motive at work here, because by keeping Syrian civilians inside the Syrian border, the Turks are effectively creating a buffer zone between the Turks and Syrian government forces and Kurdish forces and so-called Islamic State. Of course, millions of Syrians were given sanctuary here before the border shut. They had assumed their relatives could join them, and now they can't. So Aisha Karam is waiting for her teenage son, who escaped from Aleppo but is trapped on the Syrian side. I call him every day, she says, and he's crying. He has no one and nowhere to go. Syrian rebels are sending reinforcements, but they now claim that government forces are just 16 miles from the Turkish border. And though the rebels are themselves using heavy weapons, Turkey and its Western allies are laying the blame for the latest exodus firmly at the door of Russian airstrikes.
In the past few days, we have become not just alarmed, but appalled by the human misery that has unfolded for tens of thousands of people caused by bombardment, predominantly from the Russian side.
Nobody should excuse or tolerate Russian airstrikes that are clearly an ethnic massacre, with the idea that Turkey would accept Syrian refugees in every situation. Nobody should accept Turkey to take all the burden, with the idea that Turkey would accept refugees in every case.
Yet this is the awful alternative. At least 27 migrants, 11 of them children, drowned off the Turkish coast today. The German Chancellor hasn't criticised the closure of the Syrian border, but she does want Turkey to spend Europe's billions quickly to save those Syrians already there.